as a time for serious reflection. The Eagle is the highest recognition that Scouting offers to Scouts. It is earned through the Advancement Program, and only a small percentage of boys who begin in Scouting receive this honor. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the epitome of Scouting's best efforts and beliefs. Tonight, we have the pleasure of seeing Jacob Kropp reach the apex of his Scouting efforts when he joins the company of Eagle Scouts. By the authority vested in me as representative of the Hawk Mountain Council and the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Eagle Court of Honor to be convened. Before we begin, Ann Gerard will deliver the invocation.
Please stand for the invocation. Let us pray. Gracious God, we stand before you today in awe of your magnificent glory. We thank you for bringing us together as a family of Scouts, gathered to celebrate the accomplishments of Jason Kropp in attaining the rank of Eagle. We ask that you would bless this young man, his family, and the Scouts, leaders, and guests who are assembled here. Father, we ask for your continued guidance for all the Scouts of Troop 777. Give our leaders, we pray, the patience and wisdom to guide each Scout on life's pathway. We thank you for hearing our prayer tonight, for we offer it in the name of our Creator, our God. Amen. Please be seated.
Thank you. Again, on behalf of Jacob Kropp, his family, and Tamaqua Troop 777, I welcome everyone to this Eagle Scout Court of Honor. Would everyone please stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Color Guard, present the colors. Scout salute. Two. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you may be seated. Scouts remain standing. Scout oath and Scout law. On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty to honor my country, to obey Scout laws, tell other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
The Scouts may be seated.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. When an Eagle Scout honors the foundation of all character, he knows that a Scout is trustworthy is the first point of the Scout law for good reason. As Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because of the vital significance of our example he sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts makes him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All of that helps to build a loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courteous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God, with faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbons attached to the scroll on a second-class award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of the Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil scouting's trail just as others have helped him to his climb of the Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared for his best. Jacob, you are deserving of much credit in having achieved Scouting's highest award. However, wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward.
Trail to Eagle. This is the voice of the eagle whose heights you have struggled hard to reach. We remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff, and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look back over the cliff you have climbed. Look back at the experience you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences you should not have forgotten, and you should profit by making sure that the adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its teachings. We remember when you took your first step upon the trail that leads upward. With your first step, you began to start living the Scout Oath and Law, and became a Scout.
My name is Scout. The Scout is the first ranking Scout, and I have a long journey to reach the rank of Eagle.
I am the Tenderfoot. My 3 points stand for the 3 parts of the Scout Promise. You find me on the Mariner's compass, forever pointing the way to the North Star and the safe journey of life. On my face are the 2 stars representing truth and knowledge, a shield which is the emblem of a nation molded together in justice, and an eagle to guard the freedom of our land.
I am the second class. The ends of my scroll are turned up in the willing smile of the Scout on my face is our motto, be prepared. And suspended from me is do not hide there to remind you of the slogan of the Boy Scouts of America, do of and return daily.
I am the first class. I was a tenderfoot, and I laid my course by the stars of truth and knowledge, and guided myself with the righteousness and justice and freedom. I added a smile that I might be a friend to all, and found myself
I'm the star. Now that I can stand alone, I have earned the right to improve on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies a horizon of endless opportunity.
I am a light. I have shown the world that Scouting is my heart. I have mastered knowledge of subjects. I'm ready to reach for my wings to fly.
I am an eagle. It has been a long, hard, but wonderful road. I have mastered my goal with the deep, humble. I now stand as representative of the best thing that Scouting can accomplish in the living of the Boy Scout boys. May I now pass on to my younger brothers a portion of my knowledge.
Scouts. If any 100 boys become scouts, it must be confessed, 30 will drop out in the first year. Perhaps this may be regarded as failure, but later in life, all will remember they have been scouts and speak highly of the program. Of the 100, only rarely will one ever appear before a juvenile court judge. 12 of the 100 will be from families that belong to no church. Through scouting, these 12 and many of their families will be brought into contact with church and will continue to be active all their lives. 6 of the 100 will become pastors. Each of the 100 will learn something from scouting. Almost all will develop hobbies that will add interest to the rest of their lives. Approximately one half will serve in the military, and in varying degrees profit from their scouting training. At least one will use it to save another person's life, and may well credit with saving his own life. 4 of the 100 will reach Eagle, and at least 25% of the Eagles will later say that he values his Eagle above his college degree. Many will find their future vocation through merit badge work and scouting contacts. 17 of the 100 boys will later become scout leaders and will give leadership to thousands of additional boys. Only 1 in 4 Americans will become scouts, but it's interesting to note that of all the leaders in this nation in business, religion, politics, 3 out of 4 were scouts. This story will never end. Like the golden pebble of service dropped into the human sea of life, it will radiate in ever-widening circles, influencing the character of men down throughout enduring time.
I will now read the roll call of Eagle Scouts from this troop. John Romer, Paul M. Onsbach, Thomas Stan, Donald Zanger, Joseph Lahata, Bruce Haggerty, Kenneth Meredith, Daniel Meredith, Larry Seligman, Greg Wetterow, Louis Irby, Greg Hafer, Brian Velchek, Brian Hartz, David Argo, Daniel Geisinger III, Barry Geisinger, John Marson, Paul Vanek, Robert Marson, Donald Moyer, Richard Hollenbach, David Lindeman, Charles Kemery, Paul E. Onsbach, Douglas T. Argle, Richard Brown, Dale Haddisty, Brian Connolly, William Brown, David Durr, Richard House, Robert Roach III, Matthew Heffelfinger, Dana Haddisty, Christian Haddisty, Richard Christ, Victor Baddock, Brian Mattress, Greg Lockwood, Jeff Lockwood, Kevin Woodring, Nathan Johns, Mark Clemson, Michael Graham, David Brown, Patrick Roach, Corey Durr, Bill Knappenberger, Michael Toll, Michael Kane, Matthew Jones, Andrew Yerrick, Brian Clemson, Timothy Knappenberger, Kyle Zahner, Jared Riegel, Matt Hauser, Adam Jones, Raymond Dwyer, Shane Murphy, Richard Worth, John Gersick, Jimmy Gersick, Derek Brobst, Brandon Fulton, Blake Farrell, Sean Klitsch, Christopher J. Rohde, Arthur J. Orwell III, Josh DeBellis, Mike Chickley, Justin Groves, Alex Jones, Dylan Smith, Michael Gersick, Tyler Wolf, Tyler Winterburn, Tyler Groner, and Connor Valley. Today it will be our pleasure to induct Jacob as the 81st Eagle Scout from this troop.
And now it's time for an Eagle Mom's poem.
It seems like only yesterday, his eyes were lit with joy, as we watched with admiration this uniformed little boy. Campouts, picnics, fine wood bars, the years slipped quickly by. The colors changed from blue to green in the twinkling of an eye. Soon came ranks of tenderfoot, second, first, and star, each leading toward the final quest, one's vision from afar. And then the rank of life, and as life can often do. The goal so close within his grasp was dimming from his view. Yet from within he found the strength to reach that final quest. Remembering words from years gone by, I will do my best. It seems like only yesterday, his eyes were lit with joy, as we watched with admiration this uniformed little boy. Now with an eagle upon his chest he soars, where he once ran, no longer that uniformed little boy, my son.
Thank you. And now we have a presentation of the rose.
Legend of the Rose. Throughout Scouting's history, the rose has been associated with the presentation of the eagle. The path of a boy from scout to eagle is long enough and times hard. He has not traveled the trail of the eagle alone. Many people have been involved with him in this process. There is one person in particular that is honored in addition to the Eagle Scout. That person is his mother. From that first overnight camp out to the pinning on of his eagle, she has shared the adventures of scouting with her son in a special way. With her guidance and encouragement, she has helped her son achieve a goal many fail to reach. She's watched her son mature from a young boy to a young man with a purpose in his life. She's been there to share his excitement of camping and hiking with his brother scouts. She's washed load after load of dirty clothes brought home from camping trips. Most important of all, she's been there for her son when the going got rough and his spirits low, as only a mother can. Her love has been an important ingredient in her son's achievement. We honor her today with the presentation of 7 red roses, each rose a symbol of the ranks and the 7 ranks of Scout.
The Scouting movement constitutes one of the most wholesome and significant influences in the world today. Many successful, well-known persons are Eagle Scouts. A former president of the United States, a film director whose films have won worldwide acclaim, most of the original astronauts, and several outstanding sports personalities. The Eagle candidate, whose efforts culminate this evening in the presentation of the Eagle Badge, has labored long to enter this brotherhood. He will assume even greater responsibilities to guide Eagles of honor and service. When he pledges himself on his sacred honor, he will be sealing his loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. Honor Guard, please escort before this court of honor Life Scout Jacob Kropp, where he will be prepared to receive the oath. All along the trail of achievement, your Scoutmasters have given you advice and encouragement. I call upon your Scoutmasters about you tonight representing your Scout Eagle Award, we would like to have your assurance that Jacob has been faithful to serving his crew in giving leadership to his scouts, in practicing the principles of the Scout Oath and Law, and in practicing the good turn in his daily life. Based upon these qualifications, is Jacob entitled to the honor the Eagle Badge represents?
On my loyalty as a Scoutmaster, I profess he has.
Before the Eagle Award is bestowed upon you, I am going to ask the honor guard to escort your father to your side. Eagle Candidate Kropp, your father has undoubtedly been a primary source of help in your Scout work. He will help you carry the standards of your award to the highest peak of attainment, since the very best is expected of an Eagle Scout. In exemplary conduct, character, achievement, and leadership ability. I'm going to ask your father, who has stood by you so loyally, to pledge his willingness to continue to help you. Mr. Kropp, do you agree to continue to help Jacob so that he may grow in character and those leadership qualities that an Eagle Scout should have? If so, please say I will.
I will.
Your mother has undoubtedly been your greatest source of inspiration in your quest for the Eagle Award. I am going to ask that she please rise and allow the honor guard to escort her to your side. Eagle Candidate Kropp, it is now my pleasure to introduce your cousin, Eagle Scout Kropp, to deliver to you the Eagle Charge.
Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. This award, as you will know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these good things depend for the most part on the quality of her citizens. Our country has had a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve, that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts, hands, skills, and abilities to the common good. Help to build America's future by continuing to set an example of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God, whatever others may do. You will leave behind you a record of which you may be justly proud. Eagle Candidate Kropp, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding without reservation and ever before you the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the same words which close the Declaration of Independence. Will all Eagle Scouts here tonight please stand and renew your Eagle Scout promise as Jacob joins our brotherhood? Scout sign. Repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout.
of the Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example,
and my status and my influence
and my status and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contact with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
2. Please be seated. Jacob, your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You've rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting. But one more thing is important, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other scouts. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. The torch you carry is not only yours, but is also ours.
Thank you. Life Scout Kropp, we are finally at the point you've been waiting for. Having confirmed all readiness for the reception of this award, it is now time to formally present this high badge of accomplishment. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor and the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken always remain with you. No words of this Court of Honor can do justice to the devotion and patient perseverance with which your Scoutmaster has helped you towards worthy manner. Only from his hands could you receive your Eagle Award at this moment. Will Scoutmaster Winterburn pin the badge on this new Eagle Scout? In recognition of fatherly advice and guidance along the trail to Eagle, I will ask this Eagle Scout's father now to present to his son the Eagle Scout certificate and personal letter of commendation from the Chief Scout Executive of the Boy Scouts of America.
At this time, Jacob, would you please pin your father with this Eagle Death pin?
No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from the mother of this Eagle Scout, which have led us to this night. As a symbol of what his mother had made possible, the court will now ask this Eagle Scout to present his mother with a miniature eagle pin.
Eagle Scout Kropp, along the way there have been many people that have helped you achieve this goal tonight. At this time, I present you with your mentor pin for you to present someone who has helped you.
No winner.
I present to you the mentor pen, because you were with me every step of the way. Since from the
I congratulate you again, and may I remind you that scouting should now become an even greater tie between son and parents, binding you ever more closely as a family. To you, Eagle Scout Kropp, I express confidence that you will honor scouting with your life and service as tonight scouting honors you. That God may bless you and make you a blessing is our prayer. Honor Guard, please escort Jacob's parents to their seat. Well, I see that there are several dignitaries here this evening. If they could come up and present what they have, and perhaps say a few words.
Jacob, congratulations. Certainly a pleasure and an honor to come to these Eagle Scout ceremonies. I've come to many, not as many as Representative Knowles. He'll tell you in a couple of minutes how many he's been to. Today I've actually got two certificates to give to you, one from the county commissioners who could not attend. Chairman of the board, Frank Stodmeyer, George Halkovich, and Gary Hess could not be here, and I'm surprised that George couldn't make it because he very rarely misses any event in the county. But I'm going to start with their proclamation from the county commissioners. I also have a certificate of achievement from the Borough of Tamaqua, signed by myself and President of Council, Micah Gursky. Micah could not be here, so I'll present it myself. I also want to thank one of your team leaders, Kevin Stackerwald, for preparing this for me, as he does for all of the Scout achievements. I do appreciate that, Kevin.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
I spoke several days ago at an event in town, and I talked about how wealthy this community is of volunteers. One other group that we are very wealthy in are Eagle Scout recipients. And we heard the list just a couple of minutes ago, and to come to as many events as I do for the Eagle Scouts and hearing these names over and over at each event, it certainly makes me proud. This is quite an accomplishment. Be very proud. This is one of many to come in the near future. You're going to graduate high school in a couple of days. You're going to go off to college, grad school, on and on. There will be many accomplishments. Hold this one near and dear. This is one only few will ever attain. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations.
Hi everybody, how we doing?
Good.
Good night, huh?
Yes.
Reason I was late, guess what tomorrow is?
Election day.
So needless to say, the day before Election Day, a politician is like Santa Claus is on Christmas Eve. Except we're not giving away gifts, we're running all, we're giving out material to be handed out tomorrow. But, and I gotta leave and do that when we leave here with my wife. But I gotta tell you, I've been doing this, and you'll catch up there if you live to be right there going behind with everything else. But I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been going to Eagle Courts of Honor. This is my 145th over the course of that period of time. And I gotta tell you, I want to commend your leadership, your senior scouters, because as you read through that list of 80 and you being 81, I thought back of how many of those eagles, I bet you I was at least half of those eagles here were up at the Zions. And I think that is a testimony as to the organization, the scouting organization, as the mayor had noted, that we have here in the Tamaqua area. So I'm very, very proud of the job that you guys do. Dave Argo was an eagle. Senator Argo belonged to this troop. And I can tell you that when I worked for him and as I traveled all around, when he spoke of different achievements, one of the first things out of his mouth was the fact that he is an Eagle. Not was, he is an Eagle Scout. Very proud of that. He's got his doctorate. He's had many accomplishments in his life, but I can tell you that that is the thing that he is very proud of and he speaks of often. The last thing that I'll just note is that I always kid because Dave always says that he's part of the 4% or the 3% or the 2%, I hear different figures, of young men who enter scouting and attain the rank of Eagle. Well, I'm one of the 96%. I never got my Eagle, but I tell people all the time, I can remember as a very young boy, I can remember going into scouting as a Cub Scout and then going into Boy Scouts, and I can tell you who my den mother was, I can tell you who my Scoutmaster was, I can tell you who my assistant Scoutmaster was, and there are things that stick in your mind, and the reason they stick in your mind is because of the values that they teach you as you go through the scouting program. So, knowing what it takes to become an Eagle, I can tell you that you can be very proud of yourself. You can be very proud of yourself. It's something that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. I get a sense from listening to what I've heard here previously. I think you've got a good future ahead of yourself. I congratulate you for attaining the rank of Eagle. I congratulate your parents because I can tell that they certainly played a very important part of this achievement. So I have a Senate citation here for you from Senator Dave Argo, who could not be here. And I have and I always kid Dave Argo, I said, there's a flimsy, ours are nice and solid. I always tell him ours are much nicer than theirs. But in any event, congratulations to you, and best of luck to you in your future.
Thank you. In addition to those awards, Jacob has also received the following. Eagle Scout Jacob Miller Kropp. As Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I offer my sincere congratulations that you received the Eagle Scout Award. You received this award as an indication of your fine character, outstanding values, and proficiency in many skills. It is a great achievement, and you, your family, friends, and fellow Scouts are to be proud of your accomplishments. May the values and commitment to the community demonstrated by earning this award continue to serve you in the future. Tom Corbett. Congratulations on earning the rank of Eagle Scout. Becoming an Eagle Scout is an outstanding achievement that reflects your hard work and dedication. Your accomplishment serves as an example of excellence and a source of pride for the community. Best wishes for continued success, George W. Bush. We congratulate you on earning the rank of Eagle Scout. Your hard work, dedication, and sense of service have earned you this recognition as one of the nation's bright young leaders. We hope you continue to draw upon the values you've learned as a Scout to benefit your community and our country. Young men like you who care about improving our world give us great hope for America's future. Sincerely, Barack and Michelle Obama. On behalf of the men and women of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, I'm pleased to congratulate you on your attainment of the highest rank of the Boy Scout may earn, that of an Eagle Scout. I know that the occasion of your Court of Honor is a memorable milestone in your life, and will be long remembered not only by you, but your family and friends as well. You've accomplished much in your scouting endeavors and should feel justifiably proud of the leadership skills, organizational abilities, and sense of community and commitment that come from the climbing of the Trail of the Eagle. This quest has required hard work, determination, and perseverance, and the skills and self-confidence you have acquired will serve you well in meeting future challenges. I hope you will continue a lifelong of active citizenship, and that you provide guidance and encouragement for future generations. America and the FBI need bright, dedicated, and loyal citizens to ensure the preservation of our democracy and the American way of life. I salute you and wish you every success in your future pursuits. James B. Comrie, Director.
At this time, it's my honor to have Eagle Scout Jacob Kropp say a few words.
Thank you all for coming tonight. It's truly an honor to have everybody and everyone in this church. If I took the time to thank every single person who helped me along the trail to Eagle, the hours would go on and on. It's endless. But I will thank those who were here. Mr. Schottman, he was there from the time I was a Cub Scout and for the time that I am an Eagle standing before you now. He always encouraged me to do everything, and he'd always welcome me with a nice warm handshake whenever I'd come into the building. Kevin, a really great leader who, whenever I would walk into the building, would always ask me, "How's your Eagle Scout project going? Can we help with anything? Just let us know." Mike, one of the most handy men I know, and that I had the pleasure of knowing. A great story that I know of Mike is when we went to Rapid Run, there was a hole burnt in one of the benches. And he was the first one in and the first one out to bring in new wood so we could replace that. He was always there for me every step that I had to Eagle. Mr. McAlewis, a very good man with tools, a very good man with people, and he would always help me discipline the scouts or get them in line to help me out with anything. He was always there through every step of the process, and I know that he donated all the time that he had in order to help me, so I thank him for that. And to all my fellow scouts, you are walking the same path that I did, and that you will continue to walk. It's paved with a lot of work, but this work will make you who you are, build character, make sure that you become the bright young men that you're bound to be. Outside the troop, I had a large amount of help from friends, family, and their girlfriends. I spent long hours on the back porch every evening, painting, sanding, nailing, repeat. And Danielle put up with my paint-covered self, my splinter-filled self, and irritable, sunburned self. And she was there, she came over, she was always willing to help, and even if I didn't really need any, she would always offer a helping hand. Also, Paul Vilchek, one day when we had to build, one day when the bat box was built, we had to dig posts for it, and these were about 4 foot deep posts, and it was very, very warm, and we were digging all for a good long time. So I'd like to commend him for helping me as well. But the people who deserve the most thanks are my parents. They did so much for me as a scout, I could tell you hours of stories of why they did it. Because they were literally with me every single step of the way, whether I was buying uniform, going up in rain, going on a trip, or laying in a tent with it pouring. The step I took as a scout, they were there. And the step I took as an Eagle, they were there. I love you guys. So, because on my honor, I did my best, and I did my duty. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. Very nice. Nice words. Now, would everyone please rise? We'll close the Eagle Scout Code of Honor. Okay. At this point, we'll be singing the Scout Vespers, which is a traditional closing for scouting events. It should be printed on your program. So, if everyone, please join me in singing Scout Vespers.
As our campfire fades away, silently each scout should ask, have I done my daily task?
all together this night to honor the hard work this scout has done. Please help us all to continue your work through scouting and to be an example to others. We ask that you bless those that support scouting and the good that it brings to all. Please keep us safe as we travel home tonight and give us continued strength to make tomorrow an even brighter day in your light. Thank you for all your blessings this day. Amen.
Jacob, Mr. and Mrs. Kropp, congratulations. Jacob, remember, the eagle soars high and seeks to rest only upon the lofty peaks. And as an Eagle Scout, you too must soar high. You must not swerve from the path of duty. Your ideals must remain lofty, and you must strive to obtain that which is the highest and noblest in life. I now declare this Eagle Court of Honor closed. Color Guard, please retire the colors. Okay, at this time, Jacob and his family have provided some light refreshments in the fellowship hall. So everyone is welcome to come downstairs to the fellowship hall and join Jacob and his family for some light refreshments.
Before we go down there, there'll be opportunity now for photos.
Hey, don't go anywhere, Jerry. Okay, party for a photo too. Really quick. There too. Go quick. I'm gonna take a first please make photo, then anybody photo. Okay, all the scouts, all that kind of stuff. So we'll do that really fast. Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. Mom, Dad. Mom, Dad, everybody's obviously good. And the scout guys. Well, we'll try here. Here's a short one.
Fast stand up. It's like a lump
all right here. Just a nice picture.
Jerry, stay in the back, it's slimming that way.
Yeah, sorry, it's right, yeah, you move. I'm gonna use you're yes, who's the scout? Yeah, you're in this too? And Scott, that should be good enough. And Dad? There's Dad's in here. Then all the scouts will be in the last one. Can I see you on this? Yes. No, you're right. And oh, you're right. Do that over. This is good. Actually, one, two. Real close up here. One, two. And again, Jerry to your left a little bit, and use your mirror. Thank you. One, two. Stay there. I'm sure there's one behind me right now. Stay there. Nope, well, it wasn't the first. I know, I went to that.
We've done it one time.
Like every time you
The good thing is I want to choose some more pictures. All right, now ready, and everybody, all the scout photos. So, we're going to do that. We'll try it, yes. Everybody, all the families, the scouts, the families, and all the scouts. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Amy.
See you there. Thank you.
It's appreciated. Thank you. That's fine.
Ask me one favor.
We should stand in the ranks for standing.
You should.
You could sit there.
Oh, good. That's perfect. Wow. You take your property. He's right. He's perfect. Just a little bit over, not too much. Make sure they don't knock me. They don't work. But you had to have a flame somewhere else prior. You don't always have a flame fire, it won't be lighting. All right, you guys are ready too, obviously. You're going to be right here. You're on one side, you're on the other side. That's the mouse leader now. Yes, I will. There you go. This is a nice picture, except for they are too short in the back. I cannot see you. Yes, you two are hiding. You took an extra photograph. You don't make it work when you get to it. So you're going to be step up much closer to as much as you can.
So then we're lower.
I'm good.
Oh, all right.
Up here, I'll follow the back.
That'll work. But get as close, I know there's a step or ledge there, get as close as you can. That doesn't matter if being focused, you know what I mean? Nice picture. Move a little bit. There you go. That's perfect. Good work right there. No, that's good flag. Anyone look? Or this is a good photo. You're going to move up a little more? You still going to switch? You're going to move up a little more? I was in this gap right here. Right now. Mom and dad, they should be together, but it's hard. That's okay. It's a fun photo. You also perfect. One more thing, too. You're going to have to go to like, only because he's tall right here. So, that's how it works. I mean, on 3. Should go out loud with me, you know. 1, 2. I'm going to take a lot of blinkers. I blink myself. 1. Ken, can you move that flag in front of you just a teeny bit? Which way? This way in front of you. There you go. Oops. Perfect. Let it work. Yeah, Manuel, I'm sorry. You gotta go with me here. A few more times. No, I'm not gonna use those flags. Really nice picture. The guy with sunglasses was blinking, but so nobody saw that. That wasn't fun. Nobody laughed. Ready? 1, 2. More. I'm hoping to make the candles kind of shine. Everything. I know. One more. Okay. Then I go home and sort through all these big ones. Couple more. I was trying to get the flames in there. It's kind of hard because you guys are so far back. Say that every time you blink. That's good. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, is there another program? Another program. Want to go to the back slope somewhere?
All pictures done here?
Yes. I forgot. I did.
Anybody else any more pictures?
Do you email address? How about email address?
Any pictures?
It's McElroy.
I told my other one to do it.
Hey guys, before you go downstairs, have everything away, okay?
You can take credit for what I don't care. You can take credit for what I don't care.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you should both be really fast. Am I still recording? Thank you very much. Oh, I didn't know you were. Yes, I am.